Have you ever had a dream that felt like it lasted for a very long time? A dream that felt like days, weeks, months, or even years? It's not that uncommon that you sometimes have a dream that will feel like a whole lifetime, with the contents of the dream often being realistic, just an ordinary day to day life. But why do we have these dreams? Is there an explanation to why we can experience what feels like months and years in the span of just hours? Personally, I get these kind of dreams from time to time, and they always fascinate me whenever I have them. I'm just amazed at how the brain can craft and condense that much information into mere hours. So, one day I decided to do some research. Searching the term long dreams on Google, then going to the images tab, I was quickly greeted by this, um, fella. Now, I'm sure most of you already know who Ito Junji is, but just in case some people don't know, Ito Junji is a Japanese horror mangaka. His works are famous for making readers feel some sense of uneasiness and, horror. He is known for works like Uzumaki and Tomie, but he shines the most when he makes short 40-page horror stories. He made a lot of them, in fact, that he has an entire collection for these horror stories. But today we are only interested in one of these stories. That's the one conveniently titled Long Dream. The story talks about a guy who went to his doctor telling him that lately he has been having really long dreams, dreams that feel like days and weeks, and he tells him that his dreams are getting longer day by day. Eventually, the dreams get longer and longer, spanning decades and centuries in a single dream. After several months, the dreams start to span for thousands of years, and it starts to affect his physical health, making him look like a creepy megamind. Finally, he disintegrates. It's a really interesting and scary concept at the same time, and it made me think, what exactly inspired Ito Junji to make this kind of story? In an interview with him, Ito Junji stated that his older sister once told him that dreams happen in an instance, and that when he searched online for it, he found out that it's a major theory about dreams. After this, I was interested in seeing more stories about long dreams, but I wanted to see if there was any that weren't rooted in fiction. So I pulled the classic, if you will. Now, I know it's pretty ironic that I went Reddit for non fictional stories, but it's what we have. Looking at the results, it seemed that a lot of people were searching for an explanation, but we're gonna leave that aside for now because after looking through a lot of posts, I found an interesting story. It was a comment to an r slash ask Reddit post that was asking if anyone has ever felt a deep connection to someone they met in a dream. The comment tells a story about how this person got assaulted by a football player and while unconscious on the ground had a really long dream where they met their love of their life, got married to her, had a daughter and a son, all while having a good job. Then lived a normal daily life until one day they noticed a lamp with odd perspectives. Quote, it was still in 3D, but just wrong. The lamp would then take on all of their attention, making them realize that they are in fact living in a dream. They would then wake up on the sidewalk, surrounded by people, then brought to a hospital by a cop. They then noted that they went through 3 years of hard depression, grieving the loss of their wife and kids. They then noted that they would sometimes see glimpses of their son inside their dreams. Once again, I used my amazing researching techniques to try finding an explanation to this phenomenon. And surprisingly, I didn't find anything that would be called a definitive reason. Maybe I didn't search hard enough, which, yeah, I probably didn't, but I couldn't find any scientific explanation from a credible source at least. I did find some interesting information about dreams though. Apparently, there are two types of dreams: REM, which stands for rapid eye movement, and non-REM dreams. Dreams usually happen in the REM states, which occurs when the brain enters deep sleep. And dreams that happen in the REM state are usually longer and easier to recall after waking up, while non-REM dreams are usually vivid and short. What I find weird though is that personally, a lot of the long dreams that I've had were in non-REM states. I would wake up, realize that I have still 30 minutes before my alarm rings, decide to go back to sleep, then I would get a vividly long dream. After that, I would wake up panicking, thinking that I slept for hours, only to find out that only 5 minutes have passed. Though I have to note that REM and non-REM long dreams are distinctly different. To put it simply, I would say that while a long REM dream is more detailed, a non-REM long dream only gives you the feeling that it was long. Try saying that 5 times in a row, quickly. I'm just pulling this out of my ass, but I think that non-REM long dreams only give you the illusion that they are long. It feels like the brain is loading you into a pre-crafted dream template, and I think that the illusion specifically comes from the backstory or the past in the dream. For example, if in a dream someone reminds you of something that supposedly happened 3 weeks ago inside the dream world, you will naturally think that the dream lasted for around 3 weeks while recalling it. This illusion is called self-gaslighting. And yes, I named it. And yeah, I think that for now, it's safe to say that the phenomenon of long dreams is just an illusion.